Our next insider, if we go back to the slide, brave Facebook insider who recorded Daniel Will. His name is Ryan. Ryan, come on out here.
Hey, CPAC. My name is Ryan Hartwig, and I worked at Facebook for 2 years. I filmed with the hidden camera for about 9 months, and I exposed Facebook's censorship regime. They censor political speech. I want to thank Project Veritas and James O'Keefe. We need to keep fighting against big tech. Big tech needs to be held accountable, and we're going to do our part as brave Americans. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
So wait, this was undercover filming?
Yeah. So I was working, and it's interesting because we had a really strict policy at work where you couldn't even bring cell phones onto the production floor and no paper. So I was, wearing a camera and filming with a hidden camera for many months. In my location in Phoenix, we had roughly 1,000 to 1,500 employees, full-time employees, and we were working around the clock. There was a night shift, there was a day shift, swing shift. So on an average day, each employee was reviewing about 200 pieces of content a day. So multiply that by 1,000, and then I believe there's several other contractors Facebook is working with in the U.S. for content moderation. And so the impact, that's thousands and thousands of posts a week, hundreds of thousands a month that are being reviewed.
How did you get the courage to come forward, and what was that experience like getting in touch with Project Veritas?
Yeah, so I'd made a list of bias and examples that I'd seen at Facebook after about a year. So I had about 20 examples. Of course, I talked to my wife about it. It was a major decision for us.
Yeah.
I had a good full-time job with great health benefits, a Fortune 500 company. I was contracted by Facebook, by Cognizant. So really, I wanted the American public to know. Big tech censorship is a global issue, and I think they work hand in hand with local news networks as well. Because CNN and Fox, I don't know if Fox is in Brazil, but CNN and CBS, for example, they're worldwide.
We live within ecosystems created by big tech. They decide what we can see, what we can buy, and even what we can say. These systems no longer serve us, they actually control us. Is there a way out from this growing dystopia?
So I think the solution, we've tried to see some of the legal solutions. We see the antitrust approach, and we just saw that the antitrust lawsuit from the DOJ got shut down by a judge in Washington. We can, as a country and citizens, sue the United States government itself under the Fifth Amendment for due process, because basically what Facebook has been given from the Communications Decency Act, Section 230, it's called the delegation doctrine. And there's another rule called void of vagueness that has to do with this. But Facebook is acting as a de facto government agency.
Exactly.
So that's the issue here. So they should not be acting. That's unconstitutional. So we should sue the United States government for delegating their authority. Yeah, never doubt the power of the consumer. But yeah, this battle, it's going to rage on. We're going to see parallel cultures, parallel infrastructures, economies.
Yep.
But we got to keep fighting.
Yep.
And this book is going to help you in that fight, because you're going to really understand the inner workings of Facebook. What are they actually doing behind the scenes? We know they censor conservatives, but how blatant and shocking is it? It's pretty bad. Recently, WhatsApp, which Facebook also owns in Brazil, I've instituted a new rule or privacy policy, and it got interpreted as they're going to read all your messages now, And so you had thousands. I knew a lot of people in Brazil who deleted their WhatsApp, who started using Telegram or Signal. And so, just the way you word things, and if they're misinterpreted or put in a different language, it's a big deal. Good morning, Congressman Gosar. Thanks for taking the time to speak with me. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Ryan. I'm doing well. It's a great day out here in Arizona. A little hot, but the sky is blue. People are smiling, and it's a good day to solve a problem.
I'll make sure you get a copy of the book so you can read it and your office can read it. And I appreciate your time today.
Absolute pleasure, Ryan. And I thank you for writing that book. We'll make sure people that know about it, because expertise like you have from inside out always helps us build better policy.
We either have to gain control of them or we have to take away their protections. And it's got to be one or the other in my mind.
Yeah, they have authority they shouldn't have from government who didn't have that authority to give them in the first place.
Okay, one more time before we go, would you guys show his book so that people can see it and look for it and find it? It is Behind the Mask of Facebook. Ryan Hartwig, thank you so much for being on our program tonight. We really appreciate it.